On today's review, we will be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Prime, the 13 Primes Solus Prime. And this is a really awesome figure I wanted to review because I just like the idea of the character, their awesome accessory, which is the Forge hammer, I believe it is. And then there's also a extra little added accessory on the Pummel, I think that's what it's called. That apparently is a nod to an old episode of Transformers. But yeah, really awesome picture of the vehicle mode and the robot mode, 28 steps to transform. You got your 13 primes right there. Awesome window packaging. Thank you so much for Hasbro for bringing that back so we don't lose our robots' heads. But yeah, enough about the packaging. Let's open it up. And here we have Solus Prime out of the package, and don't forget the accessory is in a separate little baggie when it comes to Transformers. I thought it was pretty awesome. I did not expect it to separate into 3 pieces. I thought it was only 2. So you get the really cool hammer piece here, and then you just apparently push this part around, and you can have it do something. I don't know what that's for. Sorry, I'm not on a camera. So I don't know what this little nub is for, probably for holding it in vehicle mode, but then you just plug this part into here. It's a nice snug fit. Then you take this part, which is supposed to look like apparently a nuke or something. I can't remember the name of the actual device, but Mark talked about it on his Instagram. And they have this really cool hammer, and yes, in order to put the hammer on her hand, you do have to take it apart like this and slide it on, and then put this part on it if you want to. But for now, we're going to go over our articulation. So I always love it with Transformers because the articulation is always different in some areas, unless you're getting a Lambo or a certain characters like the Porsches where they share similar bodies, so you know there's not too many differences. But we got arm movement that can go all the way up there, even with the shoulder pads. And then of course, you know, full 360 movement, either direction. Head is on a ball joint, but because the neck for transformation pops up, you can get her to look so far up you can't even see her past her shoulder pads. And then she can look that far down, which isn't too far. And of course, full movement, nothing blocking the movement there. You got a elbow swivel instead of a upper arm swivel, and then of course the bend at 90 degrees. You got a ball joint hand, so it can go all the way around like this. Not too much movement back this way, but it can go like that, and it can go like that, which is really cool. There is, I believe, yes, waist swivel, which is awesome. And then her battle skirt can move up, so you can kick her feet all the way up like that. I'm going to try to make it so you can see it more in frame. You can go all the way up like that, and then it can only go about that far back thanks to the back of the car, but that's still pretty good. Can do the splits really well due to the articulation of the transformation, I'm sure, down here and all that stuff. It's actually pretty interesting how it all works. That's pretty cool. Leg movement here for a 90-degree bend with some extra boot here. You got a foot swivel and rocker there, and then also I think, oh no, that just pops that out. Okay, let's try not to break the figure. Okay. But yeah, some really amazing articulation around the feet and stuff like that, and the legs. That's pretty awesome. And then this part separates into 3 parts, so you can move it around. The shoulder pads can go up or down, which is really cool. And the back kibble's not that bad with the car. That's a really nice figure overall so far. I really like this character, and they really did do a lot of good articulation for the figure, so that's awesome. So now let's strike it in a cool pose so we can see what kind of cool positioning it can get into, and then we'll transform it and give our final thoughts. And here we have Solus Prime in an awesome pose, getting ready to fight off any enemies of Cybertron. Just some really awesome articulation that we get out of figures nowadays when it comes to Transformers. I have been enjoying the 13 Primes as they've come out. I think this is the first one I've reviewed. I didn't review the others because when they came I was so excited to just open them up, that being Megatronus and Solus Prime, I believe it was. Or no, Prima Prime. I got those two already and opened them and immediately played with them because they were so cool, but when I saw her come in I was like, I kind of want to review this because I feel like there's some really interesting articulation on this and really cool like design and stuff like that. I mean, they're all really unique designs and they're all really cool and I like them a lot. And I just love the fact that she comes with a war hammer, which is the forge hammer to forge things. We've seen it in different Transformers media. Technically, the proper way to probably have her holding it if she was on the forge is kind of like halfway and then holding something right here and then just kind of like forging something awesome for Prima Prime to use or one of the other primes. Yeah, now I'm going to transform her and see what her alt mode looks like. And here we have Solus Prime in her vehicle mode, which is really cool and unique looking. It is a, I don't know what it is. It's like a truck slash, you know, dune buggy kind of van thing. Maybe a little sand thing, kind of like sandstorm, little dune buggy or beachcomber. I don't know. I just like it. It's really cool looking. The hammer part that I was talking about, where you have this little part that pops out, that is so you could plug it in either on the top or on the sides if you want to, depending on how you want to store the hammer. I'll probably just put it aside because I just really like the way the vehicle mode looks. You got a really cool way of transforming, which is just really awesome. I'm going to try to zoom in some more so you guys can see it up close. But yeah, no, just really unique designs all the 13 Prime vehicles have been up to this point when it comes to the three that have come out with the tank. Megatronus just looking really unique. A lot of people were wondering if it was just going to be a Megatron retool of some sort, but no, they've been doing really good with these when it comes to the Transformers team at Hasbro. But yeah, I give this 5 Forge Hammers out of 5. I think it's really cool. I definitely think it's worth getting if you're collecting the 13 Primes or if you like Transformers in general or you're looking for a new female character for your collection. It's really cool. It's awesome to have, you know, a purple female Autobot now to go with the pink RC and the blue Chromia and the green Light and all of them. And not just Nightbird. But yeah, really cool figure. I like it a lot. Definitely worth picking up if you want it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like always, hit that like, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you if you are. And share the video with any Transformers fans you know who would get a kick out of it. Thank you so much for stopping by. And that about wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you're feeling generous, share it. And thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.